It's the Slam Dunk.
I've said this for a very long time, but we are so apathetic when it comes to the shabby oversight of our public assets, and we're far too accepting when it comes to basic incompetence and poor management of critical infrastructure, drains and pipes and motorways and things, that doesn't get regular maintenance and upgrades as councils go spending money on these pet projects elsewhere, all sorts of crap that is frankly not core business. So Auckland's sewage fails and the beaches are closed, and we sigh when we should be shouting. We go, oh, well, we should be protesting. Wellington's water pipes are leaking and residents face a massive bill of about $2.5 billion. And very few make a squeak or a squawk or any sort of noise at all. Wake up, New Zealand. We don't have to accept this. Stop making it easy. March to City Hall and make a noise. Show such incompetence, in Europe and things like that, or South America. They'll march to the front door and they won't stop until they find the person accountable, who is then hung up by his balls in a city square for as long as it takes for him to fall on his head first. Bang, he's gone. And they crashed into the ground. That's what they do in those countries. They don't accept some of this incompetence. The latest debacle is that demand that Wellington residents now face a 15% increase in their water rates to pay for the ageing pipes that they've suddenly realised is now leaking 44% of the precious water. So half the water is going out of the pipes. So Wellington may not be able to supply water to its residents in the future. That's kind of as serious as it gets. Human beings need what? Water? Shelter? Yeah. So the repair cost is $2.5 billion. It'll be more. Few points I'd make on that. This didn't just happen. It's been slowly getting worse. So why didn't the people responsible identify the pipe collapse and fix it some time ago? Delay, put it off in favour of something else. It's good that Tory whānau has put down the wine glass in favour of water, because if there's a shortage, she might be forced back to wine, which should really focus her mind on, getting this done, you see. Epic fail from Wellington. All those officials who are tasked with this have ignored it. Too busy painting cycleways pink and spending money in the wrong areas to identify the core issues. Forget two-way cycle lanes on Lambton Quay. Dig deep and start fixing the pipes that matter. I fear we have much to do, and most councils are broke as it is, and the cost of incompetence and negligence is picked up by you and me and the consumers. In Auckland, our pipes have been routed for ages, so they just dump sewage in the harbour now. Whenever, and even the greenies say very little about that these days. Maybe they're too busy on the bong to show concern for the pipes, if you know what I mean. Anyway, it's stinking hot in Auckland, and really, really hot, and some people can't enter the water because of the ageing pipes that have blown sewage into the harbour. We should be furious about this, but we're barely curious. Maybe we allow this to happen because we pay scant interest to local government. It seems that those responsible for the infrastructure pay scant regard, full stop. All these people, what have they been doing? The answer to our water woes is probably three waters, minus the white guilt that turned it into a Māori Pākehā thing, 50-50 job share project. But basically, the government would have taken on the cost of fixing all our water woes and pipes. Lux on, lux off, ditch three waters, and guess what? His solution was chuck it back to the people at the council who didn't make a decision in the first place, and then chuck it to you and me to pay for it again. Thanks, Mr. Luxon. His solution's me and you. So come on, New Zealand. Let's rip these plonkers a you-know-what, a new one. We're also compliant. We can barely hear any opposition talk these days. But I don't want this just smash and bash councils. I think we should reward councils for doing good things as well, like the Whangarei one, finally adding one fast charger, electric charger for cars at a cost of $68,000 near Waipu Cove, the township. They say it's basically a way of mitigating climate change. They've put in one fast charger. But before you get too excited, it's one charger, not 10, and given the traffic up that route, it may now take 5 hours to get to Whangarei, not 2. Now, I don't mean to be cynical, but let's perhaps set our sights a bit higher than token window dressing and claims that one charger will transform our emissions profile. It won't. Local government is in charge of so much that directly impacts all of our lives, and for years our eyes have glazed over. Perhaps it's time as citizens we woke up and grabbed our cities and our leaders by the neck and apply enough pressure that stuff gets done. Because right now, all we get is excuses and a new invoice to pay, and the beach closed, and the temperature keeps rising. Let's stop being benign citizens, and let's start to agitate for a better society.